Lesson: Mitigation planning and strategies. Mitigation planning and strategies are crucial components of risk management and analysis, especially within the professional domain of business analysis. As organizations navigate an increasingly complex and uncertain business environment, the ability to proactively identify, assess, and mitigate risks is essential for sustaining success and achieving strategic objectives. The Certified Business Analysis Professional designation emphasizes the importance of these skills, equipping professionals with the tools and frameworks necessary to implement effective risk management strategies. Risk mitigation involves the identification of potential risks and the development of strategies to reduce or eliminate their impact on business operations. This process is not merely reactive. It requires foresight, strategic planning, and the application of practical tools and frameworks. A well-structured mitigation plan provides a roadmap for addressing risks, ensuring that organizations can continue to operate smoothly even in the face of challenges. One of the foundational tools in mitigation planning is the risk assessment matrix. This matrix allows organizations to categorize risks based on their likelihood and impact. By plotting risks in a matrix, business analysts can prioritize those that require immediate attention. For example, risks that are both highly likely and have a significant impact on operations are prioritized for mitigation. This matrix not only aids in prioritization, but also in allocating resources efficiently to manage these risks. In developing a mitigation strategy, the business impact analysis is another essential tool. A BIA helps organizations understand the potential consequences of disruptions to business functions and processes. By analyzing these impacts, business analysts can identify which functions are critical to operations and should be prioritized in risk mitigation efforts. For instance, in a manufacturing company, the disruption of supply chain activities could have a more severe impact than a delay in administrative processes. Therefore, mitigation strategies would focus more on securing supply chain continuity. Actionable mitigation strategies often involve risk avoidance, reduction, transfer, and acceptance. Risk avoidance entails altering plans or processes to eliminate the risk entirely. For example, a company might choose not to enter a volatile market to avoid financial losses. Risk reduction, on the other hand, involves implementing measures to minimize the impact or likelihood of a risk. This could include investing in advanced cybersecurity measures to reduce the risk of data breaches. Risk transfer shifts the potential impact of a risk to a third party, often through insurance or outsourcing. For instance, a company might outsource its transportation needs to a logistics firm, thereby transferring the risk associated with vehicle maintenance and driver management. Finally, risk acceptance is an acknowledgement that some risks are unavoidable, and the organization accepts the potential impact as part of doing business. This strategy is typically employed for risks that have a low impact and likelihood. A practical application of these strategies can be seen in the case study of a global retail company that faced significant supply chain disruptions due to natural disasters. By using a risk assessment matrix, the company identified the most critical risks and employed a combination of risk reduction and transfer strategies. They diversified their supplier base to reduce dependency on a single region and purchased insurance to cover potential losses due to supply chain interruptions. This comprehensive approach allowed the company to maintain operations and mitigate financial losses during subsequent disruptions. Frameworks such as the ISO 31000 standard provide a structured approach to risk management. ISO 31000 emphasizes the integration of risk management into organizational processes, ensuring that risk considerations are part of decision-making at all levels. This framework encourages organizations to establish a risk management policy, define risk criteria, and implement continuous monitoring and review processes. By following such a framework, business analysts can ensure that risk management is not a one-time activity, but an ongoing part of organizational strategy. Another powerful framework is the COSO Enterprise Risk Management Framework, which provides a comprehensive approach to managing risks across an organization. COSO emphasizes the importance of aligning risk appetite and strategy, enhancing risk response decisions, and reducing operational surprises and losses. By adopting this framework, organizations can improve their ability to identify and manage risks, ultimately enhancing their overall performance and resilience. To illustrate the effectiveness of these frameworks, consider a financial services firm that implemented the COSO framework to address regulatory compliance risks. The firm established a risk management committee that integrated risk considerations into strategic planning and decision-making processes. This proactive approach enabled the firm to anticipate regulatory changes, adapt their compliance strategies accordingly, and avoid costly penalties. As a result, the firm not only improved its regulatory compliance, but also gained a competitive advantage by being more agile and responsive to changes in the regulatory environment. Statistics highlight the importance of effective mitigation planning. According to a study by the Ponemon Institute, the average cost of a data breach in 2020 was $3.86 million, emphasizing the financial impact of inadequate risk management. Organizations that had a formal risk management and mitigation plan in place reduced the cost of breaches by an average of $1.23 million, demonstrating the tangible benefits of proactive risk management. In conclusion, mitigation planning and strategies are integral to effective risk management and analysis in business analysis. By utilizing practical tools such as the risk assessment matrix and business impact analysis, and by implementing frameworks like ISO 31000 and COSO business analysts can develop comprehensive mitigation strategies that address potential risks proactively. These strategies not only protect organizations from potential disruptions, but also enhance their ability to achieve strategic objectives. As illustrated by real-world examples and supported by statistics, the implementation of these tools and frameworks leads to improved organizational resilience, efficiency, and competitive advantage.